All right. So we are
All right.
ready
We're
to
all set.
talk about empaths. And I know we were just talking about empaths and being like knowing a narcissist or having some sort of relationship with a narcissist. I came across a pin I got from Pinterest, and it kind of explains why we're attracted to the narcissist, or vice versa. So I'm just going to read it. It says, both narcissists and empaths suffered from early childhood trauma. The empath took that pain and became compassionate, not wanting others to suffer the same fate that they did. While the narcissist got angry and decided to take their anger out on the world, vowing to put themselves first. Empaths were strong enough not to let the trauma destroy their goodness, while narcissists were weak and let the trauma overcome them. I think that was kind of spot on. Like,
Yes,
how to explain that?
definitely.
That means that we are, survivor. We overcame, and even though sometimes we feel weak, we are not. We are here fighting, and we're the stronger ones. Empaths feel emotions as if they were their own. I feel like that. I feel like I can sense how somebody feels by the way they're standing, by the way they text, or we sense how others feel. I don't know, but I definitely get like that. We pick up quickly if someone says one thing but means another. Narcissists tend to say one thing and mean the other. They often feel overwhelmed in crowds. They're amazing listeners. They can experience bouts of tears or rage that may or may not be their own. They can get along with anyone they want to. They are easily gaslighted constantly. They are told that they imagine things, and they understand everybody else's story, journey story. Oh, here's some symptoms. Okay. These are symptoms of an overwhelmed empath. Trouble falling asleep because your thoughts or emotions won't shut off. Me totally. Your mind is racing and your body is tired. Trouble keeping up on daily routines. Trouble with keeping on time. Tendency to begin to procrastinate or put things off until later point or last minute. A need for more alone time than usual. Not wanting to deal with others and their problems. Fuzzy thinking, or your mind wanders off. Feeling stuck in one part of your life, and the paralysis seems to spread to other aspects, even to the point where doubt about your essential worth comes to carry in. Your problems seem unsolvable, and you're always running in a loop with the same chronic issues. And the last one is you might even feel, if you don't want to admit that, the world or people are out to get you, that you are having a streak of bad luck or a curse has been put on you. Can anyone relate to any of those?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think I can relate to every single one.
Can I ask a question? Can an empath tell if somebody else is an empath?
I mean, I would say yes. I don't know for sure, but I feel like because we have a strong sense of knowing, by talking to someone, you can kind of sense if they're being genuine or not, or being real. You can sense it. And if they're being super compassionate and caring, checking up on you, that to me would be a signal or a red or a green flag of saying, oh, maybe they're an empath too, you know?
Because you can have empathy for people,
Yeah.
but that doesn't really mean you're a empath, quote. Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, there's a point where people are very caring of others. But I think empaths have a hard time sticking to their boundaries, and people who don't have or not empaths and just care about people, they have boundaries. They stick up for themselves. They care about themselves. They think of themselves. Like if there's an issue or a life or death situation, they would pick themselves, or like they would still care about themselves, versus we would care about others before ourselves, even in a dangerous situation, let's just say. You know, does that make sense? Okay. Here's some signs that you're an empath. You feel like you don't fit in. You non-stop talkers overwhelm you. You startle easily. You feel socially awkward. You often get anxious and overwhelmed. You have a strong reaction to caffeine and medications. You need a lot of time to recharge after being with difficult people. That sounds really close to home. See, I have ADD, so when I drink coffee, it eases my anxiety versus making me anxious. It does the opposite for me. But Brett, let's see, Brett will get up many times to go get his espresso.
Yeah, man. Although, right, it is mostly decaf in there. I buy a big bag of decaf beans and a normal sized bag of ordinary beans, and put a quarter of ordinary beans in the bottom of a tin and fill it right with decaf and shake it up and make my coffee with that. So it's mostly decaf. But that's only because of my stomach, because my stomach's fragile. If I give it too much caffeine, it don't like it. Right? And
that's also a common symptom of anxiety is stomach problems.
Yeah. Banded these stuff as well, since I lost a bit of weight as well. That's helped my stomach as well.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
I put on a couple of pounds, all of a sudden I'm all bloated up all the time. It hurts and my chest hurts more. And could we ask people how they identify themselves as being empaths? Like things that are the most blatant in their lives that they know they're an empath. They start.
Or if anyone feels like they're not an empath, that would probably be less common.
Yeah. Go on, and starting with what, Bernadine?
Right. I over-identify with people in that I empathise, and I think I take on their problems so bad, if I could explain it like that. I almost can feel their pain.
Yeah.
But I do. I know that I hope I'm no longer attracted to narcissists, but I've had narcissists all throughout my life in relationships. My ex-husband was one, ex-boyfriends going right back to when I was 18, and I'm 61 now. And I hope that I've managed to break the cycle, because this recent friendship I had with a lady was 14 years, and I've finished with her because of her behaviour 6 times in 14 years. And now I've woken up and smelt the coffee 3 months ago, and it's made me ill, but no longer is it going on now. And I feel a great sense of relief, and I will never, ever go back into the friendship with her. The reason I was going back, she kept saying, because she was basically gaslighting me, and I was having nervous breakdowns. So I've had 6 nervous breakdowns and gone psychosis. ended up in hospital some of those times. And then when I go back to her, the reason I go back is because she says, "Oh, Bernadine, it was your mental health that you were imagining all these things that I was doing to you." And then I stupidly go back, like believing her because she feels so powerful. And anyway, it's like I've had a revelation and I'll never go back to her ever again.
Brilliant. And do you notice that if you're with someone and you've told them that you've got mental health problems, like you struggle with anxiety or whatever, whenever you disagree with them about something, they say, "Oh, well, that's because you've got a mental health problem, right?"
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So that's right, and straight away, even some of the people who are not severe narcissists will still do that to you.
Yeah, definitely. That is just so true.
They use it. Yeah, they use it against you.
Yeah,
they do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But most empaths, they don't even realize that they're attracted to narcissists. Like it just happens. Like it's you don't notice until it's too late, I guess, unfortunately. And once you figure out what the problem is, at least it's reassuring that there is hope, that you can meet the right people, right friends, relationships, whatever, because I feel like most people don't really understand all that. Mental health is so complex that I didn't know half of the stuff that I was doing for years. I had no idea that I was picking the wrong people or, trusting the wrong people, being too nice.
Charles, you got anything you could say? Do you consider yourself an empath or not?
Well, I think my life I've cared more about how others are feeling or how they're doing. I mean, I wouldn't be a volunteer firefighter if I didn't care about the well-being of others.
Right.
Yeah.
Drop everything. I'd be right in the middle of doing something. Drop everything and run.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say you would do it or you would not do it?
I wouldn't do it if I didn't care about the well-being of others.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing this for the people of my community.
Yeah.
That's right.
And there's not a lot of people that could say that they would do the same.
You know that.
Unfortunately.
So would you consider yourself an empath or someone who has empathy with people? Because there's quite a difference in there. Having some empathy and caring about people, and then there's an empath where it gets painful or just self-destructive or whatever, or vulnerable.
Are there times where you realize you need to worry about yourself and the situation is not your problem? That's kind of an example of what someone who's not an empath but has empathy. They still care, but when there's a bad situation, they know to protect themselves, in a situation where they shouldn't be in.
Some.
Sense.
A little bit. I mean, I'll have some friends, I'll care about how they're doing, but I just wish that they don't care about how I'm doing, but I'll care about how they're doing.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm sorry to cut you off, Brett. I just came across empaths and digestive issues.
Oh,
and it says if you have belly pain, but this is when you enter rooms and stuff. But they say it's related to mental health.
Thanks so much for listening to our podcasts. Please like and subscribe for new content as it comes out. The links to support groups are in the descriptions under all of our uploads. We have regular live group chats and support each other, and we can vent when we need to. And please remember, practice setting boundaries, using grounding techniques, and know that self-care is not selfish.